White belt bell curve. White belt bell curve. White belt bell curve. Say it like that. Harold, what is a white belt bell curve?
Man, that's like a tongue twister.
That was a tough one.
Is that what's happening? You know what? The white belt bell curve. This time on Open Mat Chronicles.
All right, you guys, welcome back. Another episode of Open Mat Chronicles. 1865 Rod here. We're coming at you guys every week. And as always, I got Schaefer in the house. What's up?
What's going on, everybody? Schaefer's in the house. Man, welcome back. It's another episode of Open Mat Chronicles. And as you might notice, I got my hat on. This one, I got to just give a quick shout out, right? Everybody sees me in my Wu-Tang hats or whatever.
Or the fraternity hat.
Or my fraternity hat or my military hat. But lately I've been rocking the Wu. And one of our students, shout out to Tessa and her family, they hooked me up for Christmas. And they were like, nice. Oh, I saw this blacked out Wu-Tang hat. Now, you know what? I don't even know if the camera's going to pick it up because it's all blacked out. But if so,
that's so cool.
That's the Wu. Yeah, man, that's pretty cool. So anyway, I digress. Rod, we were talking about something today before we got this thing going, and we had noticed, specifically about white belts. I know we've had a few episodes talking about white belts, and I hope you guys are actually getting something from these episodes. Even though we say white belts don't have souls, we know you do, and that's why we're trying to reach out and we're trying to touch your soul, and we're trying to keep you involved, man. What do I keep saying at the end of like every class? I always say the white belts are the life's blood of jiu-jitsu. Yep. It's like without the white belts coming in, all the old heads would just die off, and jiu-jitsu would be gone. But until that time, we got to talk about some of these jokers. So we were talking about, can I say it? Can I use the term? We were talking about.
Yeah, go ahead.
Something we call the white belt bell curve. Try to say that like 5 times fast. And it's a time frame where, when they first come in, it's like cool. Upper belts will roll with them. They're like, this is cool. They're doing a trial class. Okay, they got past the trial class. We're just doing our thing. We're rolling with them. But then they start to actually learn some stuff, and I think the white belts start dividing off into types, right? We get to some of them where they actually get it and they're just kind of chill, but then we get some who, are they spazzy? Are they overly aggressive? Are they're trying to win more so than learn? And I think that bell curve lasts. Like they're in that bell for a while, and we said sometimes, people start to draw back from wanting to roll with them. Like, what do you think? And then you can tell when they come back. Go ahead, break it down.
Yeah, so like I've noticed to where, and it doesn't matter really the age. Well, it does a little bit, but I've noticed more so in the younger guys.
Okay,
they're going to be super aggressive at first. Typically, you might have a young guy that's not aggressive, but usually it goes with youth.
Right.
But they're going to be super aggressive, super fast. If they got size on them too, I think the more physical attributes they have, it will stretch out that bell curve. Right. So
do you think that's because they're
tough,
just
dude.
That's what they got, right?
That's what they got.
Yeah,
that's what they got, right?
Okay.
So think of Big Trevor day one. He's still going to be tough.
Facts.
Right? Even not knowing anything, he still would be a tough guy because he's a big, strong man, right? So he's still going to be a handful. So someone like that, let's use Big Trevor as an example.
Okay.
You got a specimen, right?
Hell yeah.
So you got like a Captain America type guy. Day one, if he didn't know anything, you could still get him. It wouldn't be that hard. Like you could still control him at least.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
even
Trevor.
if he's going wild.
Even if he's going wild.
Right.
Yeah, that would be the only situation where I could beat Trevor. Day one, Trevor. It is to be rough. But anyway. So here's what would happen. So you would start you'd wrap him up and things. You'd catch him in triangles, arm bars, because he just wouldn't know, right?
Right. He would have his knees too close together.
Yeah, he'd have his knees like a tabletop.
There
He wouldn't
go.
know, right? But I don't know. He'd probably base out, though, naturally, because he's got good instincts.
Yeah,
right?
he's athletic.
So, yeah, he's athletic. So what happens, though, is during, it depends. It could be 6 months. It could be 8 months. It could be a year. But usually it's around 6 months.
Okay.
They just start figuring these things out. Like, and I don't even know if they're making the mental connections, but they're starting to base out with their knees. They're starting to posture up a little bit more. They're not letting you just triangle them at will because they've been triangled a million times. They're starting to get it. And plus, they're taking the classes. They're learning some of these things.
Right.
So they start becoming more difficult to submit.
Okay.
Basically, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what I've noticed is the rules, if that guy on top of it, if he's super aggressive, then you go kind of shift from, okay, I used to submit this guy like 5 times in a row to where it's like, I'm just going to control him because it's getting hard. It's too much work.
Right, because he's not doing day one super rookie
He's
mistakes.
not doing stupid mistakes anymore.
But now he hasn't lost the overaggression.
Yeah.
He hasn't lost that I want to win even though it's in practice. And now, hey, I learned one thing, so I'm going to try to grip it and rip it.
Yeah.
Or like God forbid you left your arm dangle for him. Like if you're trying to work with him, you put it out there and they're like, oh.
I'm not trying to work with those guys. Do not try to work with them. That is.
I do.
No way, dude. It's crazy. You can't even really work with them until they're like blue belts, in my opinion. I'll work with blue belts. White belts, maybe you work with them a little bit once they got a couple stripes.
When you say work with them, you mean like feed them something?
Feed them something,
okay.
man. I think you have to have at least like maybe 2 stripes.
Gotcha.
Because that means you have about a year in. You're kind of getting it a little bit.
Maybe I would like feed him a rear naked choke or
a rear naked choke,
some,
yeah, but not a limb. Don't feed him a limb.
Not something with a limb, right?
Yeah, don't feed him a limb, dude.
Yeah. Because you looked at me the other day. Because
I did. You're a brave man, dude. You straight fed a whole arm.
I fed a omoplata
all the way to the shoulder to like a brand new wipe. And I'm like, dude, and he's a big dude too.
Yeah.
Like, you're a brave man, bro.
I was like, I trust you.
Yeah,
There's no reason for you to shred my arm.
Yeah, I do not have that much faith.
It's bitten me in the ass before, though. It has. It's like I've done that, and next thing I know, my arm is tweaked, and I'm like, oh, well, that was dumb. But okay.
Yeah, so let's go. They're on the top of the bell curve, right? But I think if anything, sometimes they get even more aggressive because now they're like, oh man, this guy, he just tried to sweep me, it didn't work.
Oh.
He just tried to try him, it didn't work. Oh, now I'm gonna kill. I'm gonna shut you over. Like they almost get more aggressive because they get a little ballsy.
Yeah,
because they got a little bit of defense.
For sure.
They still don't know. They don't know how to get you.
You know what it is? Like so, it's like giving little kids dynamite. So it's like now, it's like you probably shouldn't let them play with that.
Yeah.
but we do, right? We teach murder yoga. So it's like we share things that can inherently hurt or kill other people, and then we kind of just hope that temperament kind of gets in line with their ability.
Yes,
and it might usually take some time before that actually happens, right?
Yeah, it could take time. It depends on the person, and I think the more like physical attributes you have, the longer, and I guess depending on how your mental state is, it could stretch out longer.
Damn.
Right? So if you're a big, strong, jack dude,
right,
that you just want to win, dude. Like you may be at the top of that bell curve for it could be 2 years. It could be a long time, right?
Unless something clicks.
And now these are just my rules.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
no, listen,
like,
these are our observations.
These are my observations, especially me coming at it as an older grappler. Like I'm kind of choosy about like who I work with, in the gym. So I try to roll with everybody, but there's some people I don't roll with just yet. They may be at that bell curve where they're like, oh shoot, and this is to them. So if they know like if I don't roll with you, maybe this is why. So they may be at the point to where they're getting pretty good.
Yeah,
right? They're getting pretty good, but they might be using a lot of strength, a lot of aggression, a lot of oomph, too much, and it's like. Man, I ain't trying to deal with that right now.
Okay. So
what I mean? I want a technical role. So it's kind of a compliment to them, if anything, right? Because they're getting better.
Yeah, they're getting dangerous.
Yeah. But I've noticed also they start coming down off that bell curve, right? They kind of peak out up here, and then they start chilling. And then, what are you doing? Chilling.
Right.
They start chilling, and they get to the point to where, okay, now this guy's like, yeah, I like to roll with this guy again.
So,
all right, he's got it.
On the bell, they sometimes put themselves on the do not roll list for a minute.
It could be on the do not roll list for a minute.
Until they can kind of, I think what might happen, they go, wait a minute, I'm learning more when I'm not just trying to win constantly. Because if you're trying to win constantly in practice, you can't fucking win in practice, right?
Yeah.
But if you're trying to win in practice, and then the other guy goes, well, I'm not going to let you win in practice.
Yeah.
So now you guys are going back and forth.
Just fighting.
And you're just fighting, and you're only using the best you've got, right?
Exactly.
So you never have a chance to sharpen all the
Exactly.
other tools in your belt. And
that's a really good point because like if you're trying to work on, let's say you're trying to work on something that's not natural, like a K guard or something like that.
Right.
You think I'm gonna try to do K guard on a brand, like on a freaking 220-pound dude who's like coming at me like a bull?
Right, and which is wild, right?
me up.
Because now you got your upper belts who might really want to work something.
Yeah.
But if you don't make yourself a good enough partner where you're just trying technique, not just trying to outmuscle them or outspeed them or out freaking Gumby them by being overly flexible and not tapping and stuff, then all you're doing is telling that this upper belt, hey, I'm just trying to beat you. Which you shouldn't be able to do anyway, especially if the upper belt kicks it up.
Oh, yeah.
And then the upper belt kicks it up, can't work on what they're trying to work on because you're not the partner to do that with. And now all they're left to do is beat you up. They're trying to, okay, not that I've ever done this, but I'm thinking like breaking a horse would be the horse is going wild, it's bucking and everything, and you need to basically ride the wave, tire it out, and then have it calm down.
Yeah, and it'll prevent me from trying different things. Like I might just try to control the guy, and that's
That's
it.
it.
What I get out of this, I just control the guy, or I just kind of like framed out. I was stuck in this position for
And
5
now
minutes.
I'm mushing
like,
for
what did I
5
get?
minutes.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just getting
It's
mushed
like-
on.
Or right,
I learned
either
absolutely
you're
nothing.
getting mushed on, or you go, holy shit, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm not going to let this guy out. So now you've pinned him.
Yeah.
You're jamming your freaking your knee across his throat and mushing his face into the ground and like twisting him all up and not letting him move because he's just bucking and going crazy. And I'm like, dude, we're not getting anything out of this. Neither one of us are getting anything out of this. You're certainly not learning anything other than how to get beat up at the moment. And I'm not really doing anything except making sure you don't accidentally hurt me.
Yeah.
Damn. You're right. And that kind of can go for a while.
It can go like that. But here's the thing, though, too. There's some guys like that you have to revisit it, though, because I watch everybody in the school, and these guys are getting pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
And I see different people. Like I'm not gonna name names, but we had one guy who was kind of in that little category.
Right, for sure.
And I've been watching him because I've been wanting to roll with him.
And he's got much better.
And then I rolled with him on Friday, and it was really good. But because I've watched him roll, and he's toned down a lot, and he's smooth. He's using good technique. He's just kind of. It was a good roll. You know what I mean? To where we were both able to work on things. And I'm like, yo, dude, we're gonna start rolling together now. I'm gonna start. Like you're gonna get some good info, bro.
And that makes this guy like the perfect partner.
He's gonna be good.
Yeah, and then you're like, dude, now I can work with you. It's like you gave him the dynamite, but you pulled the fuse out.
Yeah.
You're like, hold on, you don't need this fuse just yet. But you can still swing the dynamite around like you're gonna do something, but you're not gonna actually blow my arm off. And they calm down, and they end up learning way more.
Yeah, like I'm not trying to like make it like it's all about me or anything like that, but I'm telling you, he's gonna get better if he rolls with me all the time because
Absolutely.
I have a lot of value to bring. When you roll with me as a training partner, I'm gonna expose him to a lot of new stuff that maybe he wouldn't have seen or maybe he wouldn't get from another training partner. It's rare when you have a guy that wants to work with you and like let you get stuff. That's freaking rare, dude. So
it's like the adopt a white belt, adopt a blue belt class.
Yeah.
You get these guys, and you're like, look, I could show you a lot. I could show you more if we had smoother rolls than I can show you by just manhandling you. And I'm like, I get it. Some people are like, no, man, I just wanted to come on, just bring it. I want to get beat up. And I'm like, okay, but how often, man? Like, wouldn't you rather have some flow rolls in there? Wouldn't you rather like test your technique versus just testing your endurance? Like, how bad of a beating can I take?
that's a good point. At the end of the day, it comes down to endurance.
Yeah.
Because what happens is they end up wearing you down. If they're going that fast
Right.
and they're like maybe they're way younger than you and they just start grinding.
Yep.
Okay, so you just beat me because I got tired. I'm an older guy. Yeah, at some point you're gonna wear me down and then they're probably not gonna submit me or anything like that, but it'll just be like
5 minutes wasted.
5 minutes of just wasted time. That's why like with Oleg and I have really good rolls.
Yeah.
And we just
guys
keep it
flow,
at that low.
man. You guys
flow.
flow.
But here's the thing. Oleg can still catch me and stuff. I can catch him and stuff. It goes back and forth, right? But it's through technique though, and it's through like we're not having to go all super crazy.
Absolutely. Like I had a pretty good roll with Brian. Shout out
Brian's
to Brian.
great.
Yeah,
Brian's great.
I know he's like
Brian
one
and Aaron,
of the
too.
most fun guys to roll with.
Yes.
And I started to speed up how I fight with him, right? And now listen, he was good at blue belt.
Yeah.
He's going to be really good as a purple
Yeah,
belt.
he's getting dangerous.
But I was like, that's the thing, right? I'm like,
dangerous.
but shit, dude, you're dangerous now. Things I could maybe do before, I'm just not going to do it. Yeah. But not because he's going to like grip it and rip it and hurt me. It's just because now I'm like, oh, he might actually catch me. I actually gotta sharpen up.
With Brian, he's one of those guys to where you're rolling, and then if you're not, like, if you just leave your foot out, you're like, oh, he's heel hooking me. You know what I mean? It's like he's like maybe you're not expecting it, but he's like one of those guys now. So it makes it fun. And he didn't have to go 100 miles an hour. Next, he just like was able to see it, and
he'll see it because he avoided a couple things I went for, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then it was getting close to the last like 20 seconds of the match, and I'm like, okay, I see something, and he left a foot dangling. I was like, all right. I didn't heel hook him. I hit him with the old twisted foot lock.
Oh yeah, toe hold,
or as some people call it, a toe hold. And you guys got weird names for stuff.
Like side control, side mount. And here's the thing too, I've noticed, like when you start rolling with these guys again, at first it's kind of slow,
right?
Because you're just kind of feeling it out. You're building that trust. You know, hey,
Mm-hmm.
make sure I want to see how this guy does. I'm not going to trust feeding this guy my leg and end up with a freaking knee pop, basically, right? But you want to be able to do it. Like I completely trust Oleg or Brian, those guys, 100%. With a heel hook on me, 100%. They're not going to rip it, right? But it takes a while to build that trust. And once you have that, the rolls will start going faster, a little bit more aggressive. So there might be a time, like every now and then, me and Oleg will go after it. Like we'll get it a little bit.
But you know he's not going to just overdo it.
Yes.
He's not going so hard and fast for the submission that he can't stop it before he rips something off.
Exactly.
Whereas, like I said, you get the kids with Dynamite, they see a submission, and it's just, oh my God, here it is. I got to take it for all it's worth.
For all it's worth.
And then the problem with that, and I guess I get it, dude, right? I get it.
Yeah.
Sometimes they don't think that the upper belts are just regular people, dude.
Yeah.
We're regular people. You pull my arm in the wrong direction, it breaks. Like, I don't have – I always do it. And, you know, people go, well, how do you do this? I'm like, black belt. You know what I mean? Like, you can just say, yeah, black belt, I'm good, right? But that's only to a degree, man. You bend my shit the wrong way, it's snapped up. And so if I'm feeding you something, good Lord, don't break it off, please.
100%. 100%.
But yeah, dude. So they get off of that do not roll list, and you're right. They're usually become some of the best rolls ever, right? But they got to get there.
They got to get there.
They got to get there.
Yeah, and I don't know if there's a hard and fast rule. Everybody's different, right?
Yeah.
And here's the thing too. I also thought this. Let's say you're like a really small dude,
right?
And you're super aggro, super aggressive, right?
Yeah.
You might be. It might take you longer to be on the do not roll list, even though you're coming at me full ham crazy, because you're really small,
right?
And it'll take less, energy to control
to defend
you,
him,
right?
Right.
Where if you have the same guy, but he's like 220, 230, he might be on that list quicker. Because he's a bigger, stronger guy,
because he's going to use the other attributes.
Just inherently, he's got more. He's got more oomph coming behind him, right?
Hell yeah,
right,
for sure.
So it's all about basically, it's like how hard am I willing to work, and at what point do I want to put myself in danger?
Yeah.
For how long?
See, and I don't know if that's. Again, I don't know if it's an older guy black belt.
It's definitely
old.
Oh no, it's definitely older, dude.
Yeah, because
I didn't care about this when I was younger.
Right.
It was just let's get the roll.
Yeah, because I'm thinking with me, I'm like, I don't want to have to fight every match. It's my life depends on it. I just don't want that.
Well, I think it's good habits to create when you're younger, though, because if you want to be doing this for a lot of people say, man, Rod, I just want to be able to roll like you do, like when I get to be your age, man, that'd be awesome. And I'm like, yeah, this is how though, because I'm kind of careful with how I roll, who I roll with, what intensity I roll with. Like I'll have fights, but I'm kind of choosy about where I have those fights and how I do it.
And we talk about that, right? Like, is this something you want to do for your life, like forever?
Yeah.
Or do you want to go out in a blaze of glory and go, man, by the time I was like, I hit 40, I had to stop doing jiu-jitsu because, this don't work, that don't work, everything don't work. This is my 5th surgery. It's like, but yo, I used to be the best. I was kicking some people's ass back in the
And
gym.
nobody remembers.
Not even, I wasn't even at the tournaments.
Yeah.
I was
Nobody
beating
remembers.
everybody's ass in the gym.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
You can even get a medal for it.
Oh, man.
Right? That's what I'm saying. If you're rolling, like you're gonna get like a $20,000 prize, but there is no prize.
Yeah, but there's no.
You get nothing.
If you're not paying your bills with it,
You're putting your training partner's safety
in jeopardy.
You know what I mean? Ahead of just you getting your submissions.
Oof.
I'm gonna get my sub.
Gotta get
But
the sub.
yeah, I'm getting my sub. Now here's the thing though.
Okay.
Now I have to roll with a lot of the guys that I do not roll this because I could think of a couple guys who I've watched them and they've gotten a lot better. And I'm like, I gotta test that out again.
Yeah.
So now it's on me to revisit those waters and say, okay, let's see how this guy is now.
And so
Because I think our guys are ready. Most of the guys,
I think a lot of them are there. Yeah, a lot of them are there. But again, I guess that's the ebbs and flows of jiu-jitsu because we have a lot of new people in, right?
Yeah.
And I guess we're going to have to watch them, right? Because a lot of them are at that beginner stage.
Yeah.
You're like, no problem, let's do it. But you're right. Let's see as they progress. Once they get more dangerous, like can they temper that newfound skill with a little bit of I don't want to say common sense because it's not common. All this is counterintuitive. It's the gentle art, right? Can you chill? I like you say chill and chill and chill more. I like that. Can you do that? So what about throwing these psychos together with each other? See, because then I worry about that too. Because if I'm the one teaching the class, I'm like, yo, I don't want to throw 2 just super aggro people who both can kind of know a little bit.
Yeah.
And they go at each other, and it's like, son of a bitch, man. Somebody's going to get hurt.
I know.
And I don't want people getting hurt on my watch. I really don't. I hate it. I was at the end of each thing. I'm like, hey, any injuries? Everybody okay? We're good. Most people just go, just my pride. I'm like, cool. I'm good with that, right? Yeah. But I don't want you actually getting injured because – I don't want to run that kind of class. I hate seeing people get injured. I don't mind if they get hurt because we're doing things to hurt each other. Yeah. But if you're injured, then you're out.
Injured, it sucks.
Yeah, man. So then I don't know though. How do I can't just keep them away from each other because I can't pick every single match.
It's good for them to have that because they need an outlet because those guys need to be able to fight really hard. But here's the thing in jiu-jitsu, there's no shortage of guys that want to go, balls out.
That's true.
There's no shortage there. What's harder to find are people that want to, roll and work with you and all that. That's why now there's more of those people now.
Yeah.
I would say back in the day, there were none of them.
Then it was just death matches.
They were just, I had one guy who was working with me a lot. This purple belt used to always work with me.
Okay.
Yeah, he used to bring, I remember, what was his name if I remember him? Sean.
Okay.
Little Sean. Remember little Filipino Sean?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, he's a cool dude, man. That guy used to always work with me. He's like, Rod, you're using too much strength, man. Slow down. And looking back, I'm sorry, Sean.
Right?
I was that guy. I was one of those guys. But,
yeah, see.
Right? But then as I started out great. He worked with me a lot. And then I started getting some technique. I remember one day he's like, man, you're getting hard to submit, man. It's getting really hard to catch you. Because I was pretty strong. I was pretty big. And I was just rolling really hard. And then we kind of didn't roll for a while. And then maybe a little while later, we just started rolling again. It's I didn't put it together.
I wonder if he saw you at the top of the bell curve, right?
Yeah, he saw me at the top of the bell curve. But then as I started getting, I think I was about my blue belt.
Okay.
Started working with me again. And we started rolling. Then I learned, I kind of slowed down a little bit. I think at blue belt, you learn, because I still rolled hard.
Yeah.
But I didn't roll hard. I knew how to turn it down if I went in there.
You had a dial instead of an on-off switch.
Yes.
That's really what it came down
I had to
to.
tell myself, hey, this guy, I'm going to chill with this guy. Maybe for whatever reason, he just doesn't want to roll hard or whatever. Let's just chill a little bit. Let's work together.
That makes sense.
I had that. Where before, I just had one speed. I just went crazy with everybody, right? So I don't want to talk guys out of rolling hard. You should roll hard still if you're young.
Yes.
Because that's the only time you're going to be able to do it is go balls out when you're young, man. It is kind of fun. But just know that there's not every roll should be like that, right? There's people that you can do that with, right?
Yes.
Right?
It can't be every roll.
Every roll, let's go to the death. Right? And then if you're an older guy, I would say kind of adopt this mindset now, man, because it's going to just...
Oh, you're saying for an older guy getting started.
Older guy getting started, man. You need to start...
Yeah.
I would say adopt these principles now.
If you expect to last any length of time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Look how many, every time you get hurt, man, what is it? Every single time, bro. I can think of every injury I've had, and it's because either I was going hard or the other guy was hard. There's no, I've never been hurt. Oh, we're just flowing. I popped my, bro, it doesn't happen.
Oh, it's never
happened. I popped my knee like 3-4 times. I remember each one, and I was going freaking ham, dude. Every single time.
Yeah. And then that comes down to the ego again, right?
It comes on the ego. Like, either I didn't want to tap or maybe I popped this guy's knee. I hurt this guy. I wanted to get my submission, at the risk of this other guy's health.
Yeah. I was going crazy hard. Put my hand in the wrong spot. Elbow popped out because like I did that stupid move that everybody does when they're trying to pass and you put your hand on their hip.
Oh, you did this?
Oh my God.
Oh, bro, why did you do that?
I was like,
I can't believe you did that.
Blue belt or something. I don't know, man. All I know is I felt my elbow like dislocate and pop back, and it was just wrecked for a long time. And I'm like, oh, that sucks. Then I get the other one. The other one, I think it was an Americana. And I was like, man, I'm a purple belt. I'm good, right? And I'm like, this guy, he's a blue belt, but he's a really good blue belt. And I'm like, I can get out of this. Pop. That was going. I was like, holy shit. Then the neck break. That was going hard. Black belt to black belt. Oh, man.
But I got to put some caveats on this, too.
Okay.
I was listening to you, by the way. I know I just changed the subject, but I was listening to you. But I've heard this story a lot. The viewers maybe haven't heard it, but I heard it. Okay, so even when you're flowing, you can go fast, though, for a minute, right? Because I'm not saying you have to, I have to go slow. No, dude. Because some moves you got to hit. Yes. You got to hit them quick. Like I said, me and Oleg could be flowing. I think, next thing you know, Oleg's freaking spinning around trying to knee bar me or something, right? But you can't do that slowly. You will never get it slow.
Correct.
He's got to hit it. I get that. I'm cool with that. Or he might do an aggressive, boom, I'm going to knee slash really hard and try to pass your guard. I'm cool with that. But what I'm saying is not the whole roll intensity. Right. Like, especially too if you just slap hands and you're like, boom, and you're just full throttle. Really? Let an old Chevy warm up a little bit.
Yeah, ease into it.
Gotta ease into it.
So, and oh my God, now it sounds like we're doing a white belt bitch and moan session. But here's one I gotta tell, like especially for, and it seems like a lot of the either the overly aggressive or, believe it or not, the super timid. They both do this same thing. They will get in, you'll slap hands. And then they pretty much try to run around you. Oh, yeah, like they stay back.
Yeah.
Versus, I'm like, just come in and engage, right? Just come in and engage.
You're right.
But they're looking for that perfect opportunity where they're like, maybe he won't move if I run around his back and I'll just ram in at full speed and then try to like crush him to the side.
I just lay back, get a little hook in, one hook, and it just stops, shuts everything down.
I know.
But
I think that was just me complaining.
No, but I mean, if you think about it, like that is not the best way to pass, right?
It's not.
That's not.
And that's the point. Learn how to pass. Just come on in. Or if you want to be like those old Lucha Libre guys, you don't want to learn how to pass, pretend you're going to pass, and then shoot for a footlock. Do something, though. Do something, right? Get in there. Engage. Mix it up a little bit. Don't be so adamant about being in one, like I must be on top game. That's frustrating too, right? Now, I will give a shout out to Squirrely Mike on that. He has been, like, we're talking a decades-long wrestler here, and wrestlers do not like being on their back.
No, they don't.
He has adopted the mentality, and he is saying, you know what? I'm fighting from my back. And he does it almost regular.
Squirrely Mike is a perfect example because when first Squirrely Mike came in, dude, we were rolling all the time. And then for a minute there, Squirrely Mike's got a lot of experience as a grappler. Dude, he's a tough guy. Even when he first started, I was like, this guy's pretty tough, man. Yeah. Shoot. But then I would say after about maybe like 4 or 5 months, he started getting pretty good, dude. Like he was getting good enough to where his wrestling was really kicking in. It was really giving me a problem. I'm like, dang, dude, this is a hard roll, man.
Right, and then
Squirrely Mike,
but then
do
it was
not
like
roll.
A fight. Yes, because it
was no, but
it became a fight. It became too much of a fight, and I'm like, dude,
it was a fight, dude, because he was like, Michael will explode on it, dude.
Yes.
He'll be, and it's not. He's the nicest guy. It just
he's great. That's just
it's
in his nature,
rolls, dude.
It's in his nature, dude.
Yeah, it's how he's brought up. He's a wrestler.
Hell yeah.
Here's the thing, though. Me and Mike roll all the time now. So he was. And I think he was on the do not roll list for the shortest amount of time as I could think of.
Probably.
He was only
but that's because
maybe
he's had, like I said,
3 or 4 months.
Decades of grappling.
Yes.
It clicked, and he was like, okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I actually got to get in there and engage and use
he gets
jiu-jitsu.
it. He wants to learn.
Yes.
And now we roll. I'm not saying we roll all the time, but like Mike's on one of those. He's on the list of like if I feel good, roll with Mike.
Right.
Mike still could go either way.
Hell yeah.
You might get squirrely Mike.
You got the ibuprofen and the caffeine,
you gotta have some.
and
Yeah, you gotta be
ready.
You can have an old man night. You gotta be feeling kind of good, just in case the squirrels come out. Just in case.
Who
It's
let
usually
the
pretty good.
squirrels out?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Definitely.
Yeah, but he's come a long way. He's good. He's a fun roll too.
For sure. I was rolling with him a couple times.
Yeah.
I think just last week we got a couple good rolls in, and yeah, man.
But if
I
you
guess
see
it's
him roll,
like that, though.
if you see him roll with Big Mike, yo, they
Oh,
try to
dude,
kill
that's
each other.
a.
I'm like, oh my.
It's like a
goodness.
death match.
Yeah,
But
it's rough.
they've got like a long history
Yeah.
together. They've
Yeah.
been fighting each other apparently for years.
Yeah.
So it's like, I get it. Like, it's crazy, right? I think Squirrely Mike actually taught Black Belt Mike
I think he taught him wrestling. Yeah, he was his
Yeah,
coach.
like so.
Yeah.
It's like the student has become the teacher.
Yeah, it's true.
Kind of funny. But yeah, dude. So all right, everybody, look. I don't even know exactly what we went to accomplish here. I think what we might have done is give a little insight. If you ever like go, damn, are they not rolling with me on purpose? Possibly.
Yeah.
Possibly, right?
Probably.
And it's not probably. And it's not even necessarily a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
No.
It's honestly partially to protect ourselves, and it's partially to protect you, because if we are kicking it up, then it's like, well, shit, man, you're not getting anything out of this, and all we're going to do is maybe one of us is going to get hurt.
Yeah.
But then we are observing, at least. Please believe and understand that. We're watching. Like, we watch our
I
people
watch
like
all-
a
yeah.
hawk, man. We pay attention to your roles. Even though we always say nobody cares. We don't care, like, if you caught a guy or if you didn't catch a guy. It's more about, we just watch, are you flowing? Are you starting to actually use jujitsu? And then we go, okay. It's like, he's ready.
And you know the funny thing is, some people never get on the list though. Some people are just like, I'll give a shout out to Eric. Like, Eric has never been on the do not
Never.
roll. He's just because it
Or
just
Brian.
or Brian, yeah, because they're, I don't know, it's just their way of.
I think it's their personality.
Yeah, they're just chill, dude.
Yeah, they're chill,
and
man.
they're both equally dangerous. So like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make you any better to be super aggro. Like, those guys are just like the chillest rolls.
Yep.
But they're very technical. So
But
I've rolled with them nonstop since they started.
Now, you know what
Brian's
I do
a
love?
purple belt now.
Now we got Brian as the purple belt. We do that.
He's
We
gonna
can do
crank
that
it up, I
old
think.
school that has the trick where he goes, he's like, somebody says, hey, you want to roll? He's like, you know what? Go ahead and roll
yeah.
one of my purple belts. Go,
Nah,
go roll my
he is
purple
one of
belt.
them, yeah. But here's the thing I would say too: if you are one of those guys, I would ultimately, it's a compliment, right? Because if you're on the roll list and all of a sudden you're like, oh crap, I'm on the do not roll list. Well, that's a compliment. It means like, hey man,
You're
I've gotten a
getting
little
better.
bit better. I'm dangerous now.
Right.
I'm a little dangerous. So, and then when you go to the next phase and you're like, hey, he's rolling me again. That's another compliment. It's like, okay, I must be getting better, man. Maybe my technique's getting better. So it's all
Yes.
good things.
So the first compliment, like you said, is you're dangerous.
Pretty dangerous, dude.
But again, your kid with dynamite dangerous.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Now, when you get back on the roll list again, you're even more dangerous.
Yeah.
But you've tempered it. Now
Yes.
it's controlled aggression, right?
Yes.
Before it was uncontrolled aggression.
Yes.
Now it's like controlled aggression, and that's what you want. Like, I want to be the most dangerous person I can when I feel like it. You know what I mean? It's like I don't want to have to be like, I'm just walking around and everybody's like, oh shit, here comes Harold again. He's gonna break my wrist, like, because he can't control how hard he does his wrist locks, or or Rod's gonna rip my knee to shreds because he can't control how fast and how hard he hits a heel hook.
Yeah.
We're not like that. We could do it, but we don't.
That's actually another reason too. Is like a lot of my game is leg locks, and it's really just not fair to roll with like a white belt that doesn't know a whole lot, and then you're trying to heel hook them and all that. You know what I mean? It's just like
right. Which then forces you to kind of go upper body to upper body, and you're strong as fuck, dude. Like, but at the same time, you don't want to do that for 5 minutes. It's like you don't want to just be like flexed for 5 minutes straight.
It sucks. It's
you
not
know,
fun.
It's like those old wrestlers when the guy puts his hand up and he grabs, and the other guy puts his hand up and he grabs. You're like,
lock fingers,
and they're just trying to out muscle each other.
Yeah.
Nah, man,
trying to do
screw
that.
that shit. We're not trying to do that.
You know what? I guess we did. We just basically like delineated this whole conversation with what Gus does in one sentence.
I know what it's going to be. I'll let you say. Wait.
3 words.
Ready? B-A Ballerina, absolutely.
Be a ballerina.
Yeah.
That's literally what Gus wants. We just
For
totally just went we did a deep dive on be a ballerina.
Right. And I ain't gonna lie, we always talk shit about that too. We say it, but it's good. It really is. Like, it makes sense.
The intent makes sense. Not
Yes.
everybody's going to be a ballerina.
Right.
See, the problem I have with that statement is like some guys aren't going to be ballerinas. Not everybody's
I'm not.
going to be. Yeah,
But
you
then-
ain't no
but
ballerina.
here's the
You're a
thing.
freaking tank, dude.
But I can be.
Actually, but
I can be,
You
right?
float, though.
I can twinkle toe with the best of them.
yeah,
But I like a more grinding
Yeah.
like roll. But again, that's just my East Coast shit coming out. But
but I know
can
when I roll with
twinkle
you, it's
toes.
like when you like, let's say you pass guard, if you get side mount,
right. Damn
you're not
right.
like a
Side
smash.
mount.
You're more of a like you float,
Dude,
not
yeah.
a hover. You're a hover
Yep.
guy.
Yeah, I'm not one like
Birdcage.
I'm not gonna grab you and just
Yeah.
lock down and
Yeah.
so now you can't move. Rarely.
Which is
yeah.
I don't care. It's just I'm just making observations. Like,
No. That's
it's
legit.
So you do roll. It's pretty smooth the way you roll. Yeah.
I try to.
Yeah.
And that's what we want everybody. We want you guys to be smooth, man. We say slow is smooth and smooth is fast. And if you can do that, you'll be fine. So everybody, you're all doing so much better.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be Oprah. You get a car, you get a trophy, you get a no. Legitimately,
You get a black belt. You get a
right,
black
you get a black belt. You get a black belt. No, you're doing good, right? You're doing good. So if you do notice a big gap in how often you rolled from maybe when you first started with us, and then then you come back, it really is. You're getting better, like, and we notice it, and we tell you. Like, I have no problem giving people their props. Like
100%.
when they're doing better, I tell them they're doing better.
Yes.
When they can't tell their fucking left from their right, I tell them that too. You know what I mean? I'm like plenty of times. So like, all right, man, you want to grab with your left hand? They reach over. I say, your other left. I'm quick with that.
Yeah.
So I'll call them out for their deficiencies because I want them to fix them. And when they do, man, I'll give you a shout out for that too. But damn, I forgot to tell you guys. Make sure you like, share, and
If you made it this
subscribe.
far,
Hell yeah. And shit, can I say this too? Hey, maybe this is a big deal to nobody, or maybe it's a big deal to some people. We reached over 1,000 subscribers. That's pretty
yeah,
cool,
yeah,
man.
that's kinda cool.
Thank you. Like
Yeah.
we really appreciate that.
Heck yeah.
So I don't know what's the next. I don't even have a milestone. Keep sharing it with people because it's cool, man. Like, I see more comments out there, and I love
Like the
responding to them.
engagement.
Well,
I
yeah,
love
the
the
engagement's
engagement.
good. Yeah. So, all right, Rod, what else you got for the people, man?
I think we have to reset. Okay, I got one for you. What about the people that just haven't rolled with in a long time? Is it just by chance?
Some of them it's just by chance, for sure. Like, well, okay,
Like, okay, me and you, we haven't rolled in a minute.
right? But I don't. You're not on my do not.
I know
roll
you're not on my
list.
do not roll list either. We just haven't rolled. It's
Yeah,
just
we
like
just haven't
I think
rolled.
it's either you're teaching or I'm teaching,
Right.
and we're just preoccupied. And then
So I think the do not roll list we're speaking about is that
a
white
deliberate-
belt, early blue belt.
yes, yeah, oh
be
yeah. It's
perfectly
not going to
honest.
be like a black belt.
Yeah,
it's
by the
gonna-
time you're
No, no.
purples and browns
Oh, yeah,
and
no, no,
black
no.
belts, if the only people, if you're on my do not roll list as a black belt, I have looked you directly in your eyes and I told you because I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'm like, for whatever reason, we are actually fighting each other, and
Yeah.
that shit is just too much. It's like, I love you to death. I don't
Yeah.
want to freaking, but one of us is going to hurt each other.
Yeah,
And I'm like, damn,
that's
I don't
that.
want
What that's what happens when you get the upper belts, like a black
Yeah.
belt or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe the guy's like a non-tapper,
right.
right? And like
Right.
you're like, dude, this is
You're
gonna
like,
be bad.
damn
'Cause
it,
now
I'm not going to break your freaking
Yeah.
ankle or break your wrist or
I gotta make you tap. I'm like, dude, forget it.
because
We're good.
I've seen
good.
some of our brothers go out like getting
I've
rear
seen
naked
that too.
choked. They're like I don't tap. What are you talking about?
Like your last name ain't Gracie.
Seriously. And I'll tell you this, right? If you've never injured somebody badly, you're lucky because unless you're a psycho, or freaking sadomasochist or whatever, but if you're just a regular old person and you inadvertently injure somebody, that shit sucks, dude.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I can think of a handful of people that I've injured, and was it both our fault? I'll say yes. I mean, like, maybe I went too hard and they didn't tap or whatever the case may be. But when you hear something snap inside somebody, that shit sucks, dude. And especially when it's your friend. You know what I mean? That's like, I don't like it. I'm feeling bad now just even saying that shit because it brought back freaking memories.
I'm thinking back.
Yeah.
Playing a little reel in my mind.
I know, man. So be careful out there, right? What do they say? Be safe, have fun, and learn something, right? Because jiu-jitsu is important to you. It's important to me. It's important to all of us. And if it's important, you find a way, but you have to find a way to be safe, right? To have fun, to learn something. If it's not, then you're just going to stay on your freaking psycho, I must win at all costs mode, and you're going to roll with a lot less people.
That's true. Unless you're the guy who has this little short window, you're like, man, I'm just going to roll for the next 5 years. Ooh. I want to win this, and then I'm done.
Yeah, they're gonna and then you're still not going to roll with a bunch of people because somebody's going to notice, hey, we're all just mat fodder to this guy.
Exactly. That's when you compete. Just go compete.
Yeah. Then go compete. Then freaking balls to the wall. Do it. Do the damn thing. But if you're chilling and you're rolling with a bunch of hobbyists who have to go to work and take care of their kids and all that stuff. Yeah.
I think we got a pretty good school. Yeah, our guys are pretty solid, man.
We're cool.
I don't think we have anybody in there that's that egregious to where we got a good group of guys.
I'm very, very happy where I'm at. Yeah. Anyway, that was it, everybody. This is another episode of Open Mat Chronicles. Rod, you want to say anything else cool to the people?
No, I'm good, man. Everybody have a Merry Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Have a great
Merry
New
Christmas,
Year's.
Happy Hanukkah, and Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, and a Festivus for the rest of us. So,
everybody's closed for a while, huh? We're closed.
Yeah, I think everybody's taking about a week or so off.
Yeah.
It is what it is, man.
Yeah,
Gotta go do the damn thing.
Mats aren't going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. And neither is this Wu-Tang hat.
Yeah.
All right. So until the next time, everybody, we'll check you out later. Thank you for watching us on Open Mat Chronicles.
Keep training.
Us.